Welcome back. We
Oh,
are here yet again. We actually have had a session back to back. Yay! It's been a
what?
while. I've been gone. So how's everybody feeling?
It's okay.
Good. Glad we played. I'm gonna die, but I'm glad we're here.
Yep. Have you guys all done your homework?
What was
Hey,
Yeah,
our
get some
homework?
extra credit too.
hey, sir, can I copy yours?
Yeah, sure, just so make it obvious.
I forgot what we were supposed to do. I was very tired.
No, I didn't have anything specifically for you guys to do. I did say that we were going to start today going over what your characters did during some downtime. So that's something that you should have thought about. But
Okay.
honestly, I believe in all of you that you could probably come up with stuff on the spot if you had to.
Okay.
So who wants to go first?
Not me.
Um, God.
I was thinking like being like, oh, okay, all right, well then you're first then.
We all stared at paint drying. That's our characters are very
Oh, well,
deep.
I mean, no, that is
That's a
that is
meditative
completely
experience,
true.
yeah.
I am interested in this
Right then.
as an exercise.
I actually wanted
Uh,
to try to repair any. By the way, I would definitely have tried to get in contact with oh my God, what's his name? The snail.
Kalamazoo.
Sandoa?
Kalamazoo.
Or, oh,
Because I feel bad that his dinosaur died.
Yeah. Do you like get him anything? Like, how do you like? What do you do? Do you just like hang out with him?
He said he was going on like a pilgrimage or some shit.
Yeah. So do you just call him up and be
Yeah,
like,
check on him.
yeah. So I mean, like, it's not going to be like his thing isn't going to be for the entire time. He would have come back probably about halfway in between. And
How much?
let's.
I guess I would take him egg shopping, maybe.
Eggs.
Oh, you want to try and get him a new dinosaur?
Yeah, if he's interested. It's like, so, did you want to go egg shopping now that we are in this little district here?
Yeah. So he is a racer, so he does actually have a few other dinosaurs, but he definitely is interested. In order to not get too far into things, I'm just going to be rolling some stuff here. So, what makes the most sense? I guess it would just be a percentile, but I want come up with a reason why I should give you a bonus to the roll. Like, what do you do in order to make it effective?
Basically, Lunu would probably be casting Talk with Animals.
Mm-hmm.
Just to find out, like, just to help him find a good dinosaur, one with good vibes,
Mm-hmm.
and
Wait,
because I'm assuming, he probably wants the best that he can get,
can you
All
speak?
right, roll me an animal handle check.
Wait. Can you speak with the dinosaurs while they're in their eggs still?
No.
They're
Oh.
babies. I'm assuming I can't really talk to baby animals.
Well, so
we talked to the
talking
ones
to any
before.
animal, it isn't like you're necessarily having like a normal conversation. It's kind of like you exchange thoughts and knowledge, and maybe there's a word here or there that if we're doing it, we'll do it based off of words because it's a little bit easier to narrate. Um, we're not quite at that level of being able to just do grunts back and forth and understand each other. But that's probably closer to what it is. But in terms of if you're trying to find number one, uh, like an animal that is coming from a need in order to be there, that you're asking the animals for their opinions, they'd probably be able to give you some that perhaps like the sellers would not.
Yeah. So you need me to roll animal handling or
Yes.
okay. And darkest day and blackest night. I hope this fucking goes right. Geronimo. 17.
Nice. Highs or lows?
Guess we always go high.
We get much higher.
So high.
So
We're
we're recording.
Yes. We've been recording.
They've been sucked out, my guy.
For like 5 minutes.
I'm also trying to think. Go ahead. Just go.
Focus on your own shit, man. I got animals to talk to.
Blair concurs. Me too. Turns to Basil.
Basil's not an animal.
I had to joke. I'm joking.
Mom, what the fuck?
So according to Tito, you're all animals. So
Yeah,
including
I'm still
himself.
grappling with that.
Huh?
I'm still grappling with that. I don't know if I should be offended or not.
Probably should.
It's like one of those things, and where it's like, if it wasn't for the fact that he didn't mean it as insulting, he meant it as just his understanding of seeing the world. That what is the difference? You're like, well, maybe a psychopath wouldn't be able to tell. But anyway,
I had much more than a sexy fish in a dress.
yes, I agree. Tito would say you're also a customer.
God damn it.
So let's see here. You were able to roll well, only because you had the high animal check, so the percentile roll was pretty low. So yeah, you guys are able to shop around. He gets an egg. And about a week or two later, it'll hatch. And let's take a look.
I guess the other thing I would try to do in off time, if I'm allowed, is I just go on that date, or does that interfere with?
So that has a set day. It's on the fireworks festival. It's the 7th. We're starting today's session on the 1st.
Okay, cool. Righteous.
I'm so excited.
Hype.
I will be watching from the bushes the entire time.
I'll be at the bar eating jalapeno poppers.
So it hatches.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get a shiny?
No.
Damn.
In fact, what hatches is not even technically a dinosaur.
Oh my god, you're not doing this again.
Look. It isn't, okay? What he
Pterodactyl.
gets is a baby, and I'm going to butcher this name, so I'm going to have Google tell it to me in a second here. Well, that is not what I thought that was. I thought that was going to tell me how to pronounce its name. Instead, it just started yelling at me in bird noise. It's the one that's like Aztec name, like the Quetzalcoatlus.
It's a quaddle?
The Quetzalcoatl?
Yeah, the big pterodactyl.
Okay.
You have a picture of it? Can you send it to us in chat?
Yes, I can.
Thank you.
Now this one's a baby, so it is not as big as the image that I'm gonna post here.
That's... What the fuck? Why is its beak so big?
To help it fish?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Talk to evolution. making things that aren't dinosaurs.
Do they actually fly?
Yeah,
Yes, they
did.
do.
They did. Yeah.
How can they fly with a fucking beak that big?
Because
Keep in mind, most
their wingspan was twice as big.
What?
and most fucking dinosaur models are basically what if you put saran wrap on a dinosaur, rather than in any accurate depiction.
That's insane. These things are huge. That also wasn't a regular dinosaur we could pick for the races, right? So this is a rare one.
It does have stats in the game.
Yep. They are quite large.
Yes.
Very
I think they're
big.
classified as huge creatures.
Yeah.
I would be shocked if they weren't.
I think the only things that were bigger were like Podosauruses and shit like that.
Pop quiz, what's the largest animal to ever live?
The blue whale.
You're correct. It is indeed the blue whale.
Yep.
Do we get
It
advantage?
is still alive today. Huh?
Get
You have to do it
inspiration.
still, if it wasn't still alive today, if we're talking of all time, is it just a megalodon?
No, the blue whale is significantly bigger.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
The blue whale is the largest animal to live.
It's,
Not including, like, there's some things where it's like, like like plants and,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah, it doesn't count. We're talking about animals here,
Yeah.
Yeah.
not fungi.
We have not found an ancient creature that is larger than the blue whale.
Yeah. It's
That's crazy.
there might be stuff longer, but longer is not bigger.
Yes.
That's wild. Yeah, this thing's fucking huge. I need to look up how big a blue whale is eventually. Anyway, sorry. He got cool ass dinosaur.
No. Here's the thing: is you've got in your head how big they are. They're bigger.
Yes, that's the thing. That's why I'm like, I need to go back and look up exactly how fucking massive they are.
Mm-hmm. So he names it Grand Rapid, or Grand for short.
You said Grand what?
Rapid.
Grand Rapid.
Yep. Calls it Grand for short.
That sounds like a Hydro Thunder boat. Grand Rapid.
And was there anything else you wanted to do, Connor?
I guess do some get some advice from Kalamazoo on the dating.
Oh yeah, we did set you up for this day. That's
I'm
right.
so excited.
What is the exact question you asked him?
Hey Kalamazoo, you know how
You are extremely stoned while asking this question, because I
Kalamazoo,
figured it wouldn't have come up otherwise.
Kalamazoo, I am a bit nervous. I have unfortunately got myself signed up to go on a date. I do not want to do this, but for the betterment of everybody, I have to do this. Do you have any tips or tricks?
Keyword tips.
I shouldn't be asking this of you. I asked too much of you before. I'm a terrible friend.
He says, "Nah, it's okay, little buddy." And he ponders for a moment. And he says, "I know that when the time comes, you'll make the right choices. You've got a good head on your shoulder. If it works out that you get whatever you need politically, maybe the best thing you could do is just be honest with her about the situation, and just try and be her friend. Not try and get in all that cutthroat political stuff. It's toxic, man. You gotta, sometimes honesty is the best policy.
Oh my god, you're so right. This is why you're one of my best friends.
Mhm.
I
Yep.
love you, dude.
He says, unless, of course, she's a psychopath who wants to use you for political power, in which case that honesty might make you vulnerable to her plans.
Oh, that would be terrible. I am hoping it is option 1.
Oh, that's a big whale.
He says, he also says, worst case scenario, just find someone who looks like you and send them on the date instead.
I don't think
sorry.
that. Oh, if I could only find my father.
If only you could find your father.
Connor, you should have took a tree stride. You could have went to the botanical garden. And as soon as she says something crazy, you could have went inside a tree and disappeared.
She's
That's
like,
good.
Oh, it's like I'm in the gardening. I like doing scrapbooking. I love Germany from 1939 to 1945. What?
What?
I like long walks on the
Germany is my
beach.
favorite holiday.
Hold on, I gotta blow my nose. I'll be back. Does the reverse Simpsons meme of going into the bush?
I thought you were about to go the steam hams means. Don't worry.
Oh no, I have to go get all the steamed clams I have cooked.
The steamed clam.
Lulu,
Oh no,
you
I have to get my,
dastardly devil, you.
I have to get all my steamed yams.
Lunu, what the heck is that?
Oh, that's steam from our steamed hams.
Are you sure? I'm talking about the smoke, Lunu. What the heck's happening in there?
Oh, Aurora Borealis.
Aurora Borealis.
Yeah.
At this time of day, at this time of year, localized in this part of the country, localized entirely inside your kitchen?
Yes.
Can I see it?
No.
Oh, I'll leave now.
Alright.
We killed Martin. We killed Martin. That was all it took to break him this whole time. We just had to have Lulu and George doing the steamed hams meme.
I like
Oh no.
how the picture that you posted of the blue whale, it also includes the pterodactyl. Actually, this is a different one. That one might even be smaller.
I have a question. What the fuck is Predator X?
A baby.
Apparently.
Oh.
It was a fossil thing that we're not actually sure what exactly is because no one. It's like, oh, it's this dinosaur. No, or I'm sorry, it's this prehistoric creature. No, it's this prehistoric creature. And no
is
one
it like
can
the
agree.
primogenitor of the alligator?
I don't believe so. Because that one is just a fish.
I see. Wait, the T-Rex was smaller than the fucking mammoth?
Yeah.
So the funny thing
This
is
is why
about
we
the T-Rexes in
describe
Jurassic Park, the T-Rexes in the movies are like 30% bigger than normal T-Rexes. They're actually huge for T-Rex size. They made them bigger.
Wait, T-Rexes aren't that big? They're smaller?
I mean, they're
T-Rexes-
still very large.
No, T-Rexes, Triceratops as well were about the size of like an African elephant. I mean,
Yeah, that makes. Oh wait, Triceratops were elephants?
Yeah.
I thought they were the size of like a rhinoceros. Oh fuck!
No, they were big.
Okay,
just
folks,
remember-
this stream's just got this episode's just gonna be dinosaur facts.
Yeah,
Mhm.
look, to put
Look,
it to you bluntly,
This is
Steven.
the best material we've ever put out, guys.
Yeah, put it to you bluntly. There's a reason why we call things that are big mammoth instead of T-Rex.
You know what? This is fair. Wait, does that mean that mammoth swine should be bigger than Tyrantrum?
It should.
Probably.
and I'm tired of us not thinking it should.
Okay, great. Glad we squared that away.
So now that we've stalled long enough for you guys to think about what you were doing for your characters, who wants to go next?
So I was going to say, Saya
I
just
could.
messaged me and said that she appreciates all of the dinosaur facts.
Nice.
Good.
Nice to have some good content coming out for once.
Yeah.
I know, right?
But yeah, I could go next. Maybe.
Allegedly.
All right. What would you like to do?
Okay, so I kind of want to go like shopping for a magical item, or at least like canvassing to see how much fun would cost.
We'll do that as a group.
Okay, fine. We'll do that later. Next thing on my little list here is like now I'm trying to get back into my more magical side. After being in the dream world, I felt something, so like I kind of want to get into a sort of meditation, try and like go back into the dream world practice, like embracing that side a little more.
All right, yeah. So what we can do is, I guess, let's take a look. What kind of roll could I do to get? Well, is there any way that you try and do it? Is it like something that you channel your ability to work out? You meditate in nature? How specifically are you trying to do this? You take drugs?
I've taken a bit of drugs in the time. I think I'll just spend some time in the woods, I guess. Just kind of like getting into nature and like trying to like see if I could just like go between like the liminal spaces.
All right, roll me either a nature or a survival check.
Right. Should be good at those.
Okay. You're very good at those.
So you kind of go out into the woods nearby where you are. You know, most people don't do this because it's kind of dangerous. But at this point, you're feeling pretty confident, and you track your way down, and you find an area nearby, and your survival instincts are kind of like going off, and where you're like, you're too far away for how little you've moved. You kind of realize something magical is going on, and you start to feel it, and you eventually find a small clearing that looks like it is the most comfy place to take a nap. And you lie down, feeling drawn to it, and you immediately find yourself in the dream realm. Anytime that you're in town, if you need to go to the dream realm at any point, you can go here. A couple of times you've experimented, you've tried to bring other people here. It never works. You always get separated if you end up or you don't end up here at all. So it's just you.
Okay.
While in the dream world, you start to get kind of an understanding about where where like a lot of your magic comes from. And if you could, I guess, roll me a perception check as well. For a different
perception.
Mm-hmm.
20.
So at one point during this time, you run into Bubbles while you're exploring the dream world. Do you have any questions for her?
Hey, Bubbles, how's it going? Did you crack down the, did he send you here yet or not?
She comes up and she says, I think so. Not 100% sure. Like 87%. We got him.
Okay, so like you have like a good lead. Do you have like an inkling of who it is?
Oh well, not anymore. Like I said, we were pretty sure it was this one low level ranking member of the Boros company who was trying to rise up the ranks and thought they could be clever by trying to assassinate me and you guys, my allies. Apparently, the Boros company has their eyes on you guys. Which, I mean, makes sense.
Why?
They're definitely always monitoring me.
Okay, fair. I
So,
don't feel like we're that important though.
she says, you'd be surprised. Since I've been gone, I've been occasionally hearing news. I heard you guys had a little revolution that you pulled off. I don't think that's somebody who didn't matter would be able to pull that off.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. My main goal was to piss off whatever snail dude is down there, but helping out the people is also a good bonus.
So she says, if you really want to, put a big dent in it for him, you could always just like kidnap him and be like, we're not letting you out. Just a thought.
I'll think about it, but that's kind of cheap, don't you think? It's kind of cheap.
She says, there are other more fun ways to do it, but some of those require a bit of effort, and I don't know about that. But once I'm 100% sure there's no one else after you guys, I'll be back. It shouldn't be too much longer.
All right, you don't need help getting out or anything. Like I found like this cool little hole. I haven't been able to bring people to it, but I could probably bring someone out of it.
Mm-hmm. She says, "No, I've got a couple of allies in the area that can help me get out."
All right. Good luck with finding whoever you're trying to find.
Yeah, she says if you find a high enough level wizard in here, they could just banish you. And if they banish you, you get sent back home. It's actually really convenient. If you ever get stuck here, just bring like a scroll of banishment. I mean, I know they're like extremely expensive, but you just cast it on yourself. You're back in your body.
Wow. Never thought
Unless your body is here, or unless your body is supposed to be here. I'm not sure how it works with people like you, given that your race is heavily intertwined with this dream world. That might be something fun to try out.
Yeah, who knows?
She like starts looking around to see if she has a scroll. She doesn't. She's like, oh darn it.
All right. Yeah, so I guess that's it. I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing. And
I'll say that you, with your knowledge of the dream world, you can maybe get some resources and stuff that when we get to the point for the when we start shopping for new items and stuff, you can bring some of that stuff in order to make it maybe like a little bit more wild magic fae inspired.
Okay.
Is there anything else that you wanted to do in your downtime?
So, yeah, other than just like going through the Feywild, like dealing with like some of the magic stuff over there, I kind of want to go back up to topside because like I liked doing the humanitarian stuff that we were doing with Barbados and Adonis.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to keep doing that a little more.
So keep doing what you were doing before, in addition to adding this new one on.
Yeah, I want to show him how I learned how to swim in like the span of like a month.
Yeah. So who's next?
I guess it's my turn. Stebbins a coward.
Yes, I am.
Okay.
I'm-
trying. Okay.
I'm
Okay.
Blair, the cowardly siren.
Yeah. Huge piss baby Blair. No, George is trying to see if he can get something out of Tito, and he's been wanting this for a while.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well, we'll do the items afterwards, like as a group. You guys, well, I've got a shopping thing planned for you guys.
Okay, this is more of like I think I brought it up to you, and I didn't know whether or not it would be a good time, but it's more of like I wanted to combine my rapier with the revolver and make whatever this would be, something like this.
Yes. Like I said, we can go more into details with that, but you could definitely let them know, like, this is what you're kind of looking for.
Yeah. I'm at this point, I'm just hanging out with Tito, trying to see how his whole process works. Make sure he doesn't fuse any more guns to animals.
Oh, so you want to specifically also keep an eye on Tito?
Yeah, because at this point, it's been ridiculous with the amount of animals with guns.
Yeah. Okay. All right. No. Yeah. This is good. So what I'm gonna need you to do is I'm gonna need you to roll me either actually roll me both an insight and an investigation.
All right. Oh boy.
I'm gonna show off what Austin posted.
Okay, first up, insight. Second off, investigation. Oh.
So you're pretty sure that while you're like with him during this downtime, he's not done it to anything else. You've been keeping a close eye on him. You're doing what you guys promised to do. Keep him on a short leash and not have him go off and do anything crazy. But with your investigation, you don't really know if he's done anything like before your downtime that you don't know about, or if he doesn't have like plans. Like, his notes are kind of all over the place. They're kind of hard to decipher. So for that, in that time period, you can't do it. But you're fairly confident that at least the damage isn't any more than it was the last time the grenade came through.
At this point, George is like, all right, Tito's cool. I guess he's promised not to fuse any more guns to animals. Like, oh, I'm just working on my next latest contraption. Like, all right. Then George leaves the room. He untarps a blue whale. It's like, finally, my ultimate creation.
Yeah. But he hasn't done it yet.
One day we'll fight the gun whale, but not today.
All right. Is there anything else you want to do, or are we going to corner Steven?
Not much I can do.
Well, before you were doing stuff with like shipping and that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, I might as well earn the paycheck. Yeah, I might as well earn the paycheck.
You could also like, I don't know, you've got like some of your like rogue stuff. You haven't really investigated too much about the seedy underbellies of the town.
You know what? I'll give the I'll take a delivery job for shady people for money for the group.
All right. Highs or lows?
Highs.
So you find this guy, right?
Yeah.
Got like scars, like tattoos, real mean looking fella. And you're like,
Mhm.
I'm gonna work for this guy. He's gonna get me through. And I'll be able to keep an ID on the underworld. You're like fairly certain this guy's a criminal. It looks like, you saw him by the docks one day. He was like moving a bunch of boxes, and you're like, this is it. This is my end. It turns out he's actually a delightful young gentleman. He just works in the normal shipping industry. He was just shipping like grain. He's got 2 kids. I'm sorry, you rolled really low.
So we're selling some special plants, am I right?
Yeah.
No, this is rice.
But he's like, oh, but there's something secret in there, right? And he's like, how did you know about my this teddy bear that I was getting for my little girl?
Oh.
I've been high. I thought I hid it so well.
I imagine he's like covered in tattoos. He looks like a me. Like, oh, I thought this was a criminal. I'm not gonna say anything. I don't want to embarrass myself.
He mentioned something about being in jail, and you're like, oh yeah, I got it. And then it turns out that he like goes to prisons to teach prisoners skills so that way they can rehabilitate easier back into life.
Oh, I just presume you actually been in prison. No, I don't respect authority. What do you think? I'm a social worker?
Yeah. He's like, like they don't pay the people enough, so I use some of my spare time to really make sure in order to connect.
I love this man.
Yeah. Let me get you a name for him, so you can use him as a contact. Give me a second here.
Trying to think of some gruff names. Bowel remover, works at the local church. Works at the fucking homeless shelter.
Bowel puncher Roberts.
Okay, now that we're doing that, Bowel puncher Roberts.
His first name is Bowel Puncher. His last name is Roberts. Plural.
I'm willing to allow this. Bowel puncher Roberts.
Puncher Roberts.
He lives in the core, like the big octopus. He doesn't live in Ormos, but he comes in because of his shipping job.
I work 3 jobs to help my family.
So, all right, looks like we're down to the last one.
Is it finally time? Saving the best for last.
I don't know. We met Bowel
You're gonna say
puncher
something like
Roberts. We met Bowel puncher Roberts. He's pretty great.
Speaking of blue whales and massive creatures, it's finally time. Basil and I are going to go visit my patron. Now that we learned that we can communicate with him through outside of dreaming and while being asleep.
All right, so you're gonna try and connect with your patron?
Yes, together.
All right. So I'm gonna need.
Please don't say religion, I beg of you.
Oh no! I'm not gonna make you roll religion. That'd be
Wait,
silly.
did I earn money by the way, or?
Not this time. I'm not doing cash for this individual stuff. because you guys have all just been continuing to do it, it kind of like just fills up your thing. Basically, I'm just having it cancel out.
Okay, living expenses. Okay.
So yeah, you don't need to worry about rolling religion. But Basil has to roll either a religion or an arcana check.
Doesn't he have an int stat that isn't useless?
It very easily could be better than yours. I don't know.
Well, I have a -1 int stat, so.
All right, so I'm taking a look at his sheet, and his arcana is a little bit better. So we'll roll that one. He's actually proficient in arcana.
All right, Basil. Oh no. Ooh!
Mm-hmm. All right, so you are able to draw Basil into your trance. And so the two of you wake up lying down in the water, looking up in the reverse world, and you sit up with the sea below you, knowing that the sea that is below you is above, and currently, your patron themselves is actually not there.
What?
What is there is someone that you know. You see a blue whale. I'm kidding. It's actually a sperm whale.
What?
It's a little bit smaller. This is we need a name for the blue whale, or for the sperm whale.
Wait, so this isn't Nimbicius?
No, it is not.
What's the opposite of monstro?
The opposite of monster?
Monstro. That's the whale from Pinocchio, but I need the opposite of that because we're in the reverse world.
Smallo?
Hold on.
Smalla?
Nostro.
Huh?
Nostro.
Nostro?
Nostril.
Nostril? No, I said nostro, but
Nostril.
do
It's
sperm
a
whales
whale.
have nostrils?
Yes.
Yeah.
They have a blowhole.
In addition to, I think they have normal nostrils.
Hold on. Do sperm whales have nostrils? As in other cetaceans, the bony nostrils in sperm whales lead ventrally into short, nearly vertical bony passages and to the inner nasal openings, bony choanae. These passages have a smooth inner surface and lack nasal conchae.
Hear me out. Nautical mile.
What?
Nautical.
Well, he should be named Not?
Not like the measurement, and the last name is nautical miles.
Nautical Miles. His name is Miles.
Nautical miles.
You already have the miles. You can't have two.
Oh, you're right.
That's why he's nautical miles.
No.
I
do like the name Not, though. Not is really cute.
How about Haven?
Haven?
Yes.
That's also a really cool name.
Yeah.
Is it a boy sperm whale or a girl sperm whale?
It is a boy sperm whale.
Makes sense.
So the scientist who named this fucking animal
Is the worst.
Yeah, it doesn't even look like a sperm. It's just like, hey, we got this fucking whale. It fights giant squids at the bottom of the fucking ocean. What should we call it? and one of the scientists is chuckling to themselves like a fucking idiot. You got a really funny
What?
idea, guys.
Looks jokes on you guys.
How about Neptune? It's okay. You guys can say that you don't like it.
No.
It's not. It's just I wasn't
No.
feeling it.
How about Bowie?
Buoy.
It's pretty good.
Buoy. B-O-U-Y.
What? That's not how you spell buoy. It's B-U-O-Y.
Like the fucking thing that floats in the ocean.
Yeah, buoy.
It's spelled weird.
Yeah,
It's B-U-O-Y. See, look. It's like this. That's how you spell buoy.
So is that his name?
Oh,
I like that.
I messed up the placement of the O and the U.
Yes, I like that name a lot, actually.
Yeah, buoy.
All right. So this is a person that you are familiar with. This is Bowie, who swims down, and Bowie has often acted in a similar way that you have, into spreading the knowledge of your patron. So you would see him being here as not unusual.
Okay.
And Bowie comes down and speaks to you, and says, "Welcome back. Who is this little one?"
Oh, hello, Bowie. This is my son, Basil. He's
He
taken on
says, and you've trained him to make the connection here, something that you seem to be a lot more proficient in yourself since we last spoke.
Yes, I finally realized I didn't need to be asleep to come in here.
He says, "Well, I'm glad you did. It seems some evil is afoot."
Oh, what kind of evil?
He says, "The kind that could unbalance the oceans."
Even more?
Specifically. He says, Aethervathy is definitely the focal point of it. I have spoken. How do you pronounce your patron's name?
Nimbicius.
Nimbicius. In my head, I keep thinking like Nimbus because in the other game, I've got a familiar name to Nimbus. And I'm like, that's not it. Stop thinking that.
No, it's not. And also for context sake, he's not here right now. But imagine that Nimbicius is like a massive, like, kind of like pink heavenly whale looking motherfucker, like the windfish from Link's Awakening is like a good comparison point.
Yes, this just looks like a completely normal sperm whale, but it's kind of flying in this area, and it can speak to you. So, not a normal sperm whale.
No.
He says, so the reason why your patron is not here today is because there is energy blocking it. Blocking your connection and all of our connections. With you being in the focal point, you probably will not be able to speak to your patron until you remove it.
Oh, really? Where's the source of
We've been investigating and trying to reach out to you, but have not been able to. So you being able to reach back out to us is of great use. So he gives you some details into where he says that your guys' patron has done some magic seeing into the future, and can't make all of it out because, again, it's being clouded by dark energies. But that an upcoming quest will be delivered to you all involving a cult. And this cult is the cause of this problem. And he says that the cult are corrupting sea creatures, mind controlling them to use to their bidding. And that he gives you and Basil. He puts a fin over two of you. It's massive, and you feel an energy come through you. And he says, the two of you with this gift, you'll be able to break the curse over these creatures. You will need to restrain them or knock them out before it'll work. But as long as you don't kill them, you'll be able to release them back. And for each one that you do, the power that connects all of us will grow stronger. And I may be able to come and even break through and come to your aid should you require it.
Oh.
But only if you can generate enough power.
Okay, so the cult has been corrupting these vulnerable sea creatures. I need to rescue them.
Yes.
Okay. And so to break their curse.
Mm-hmm. You notice that the connection that you've established is actually really draining. It's never been draining to be here before. It kind of feels like something's pulling you back, and you know that you're not going to be able to maintain the connection for very much longer. Is there any question that you'd last like to ask?
Definitely yes, but what I could ask.
You've only got one question.
I know. That's why I gotta make it count. So, I'm sorry. I need a second. I just need to think.
Feel yourself being pulled.
Oh no. Okay. So. Is there anything that Nimbicius indicated that I could also do to really help the cause in increasing his influence over the seas and the general populace? Besides this upcoming quest.
Marketing.
Like the bigger picture standpoint.
Yeah.
Word of mouth.
I've tried that. It's been effective, unfortunately.
Bowie says, he trusts that you'll find the way, but if you really wanted to extend our influence, you need to show the people there, who you are and do works of good deeds in our name, and be vocal about it if you really want to spread. But these are my words, not Nimbicius's.
Okay. Well, I'll keep doing what I've been doing then. Be as loud and obnoxious as possible while saving everyone with my immense powers.
So you fade away, and it is now very, very hard to connect. You feel like with your connection, it's not going to currently affect any of your powers. But maybe if you aren't careful, it could. So be careful.
Really? You mean just trying to connect?
No, I mean like your warlock powers. Giving you a heads up. Be a little worried.
Uh-oh. Good thing
your connection gets severed. You don't have any powers.
Good thing I spec'd into shooting people with gun.
Yep. that you
what?
did
I'm just gonna summon
through
my
magic powers from your matron.
Don't worry, I'm just gonna summon my weapon now, and I'm just gonna carry it normally.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Is there anything else that you wanted to do in your downtime?
Yes. I would like to go to an AP Wizard college with Basil. Like an AP Wizard class with Basil to see if I can get him a new spell or two.
Is there anything in particular that you're looking to get him?
It's a great question. What the fucking wizards get? Connor, quick!
I mean, like Basil is going to just level up.
I want to see if I can get him something weird.
Yeah.
For wizard class. Something he normally wouldn't get.
Floating disc, baby.
Oh yeah, I guess he can't.
I mean, he already can get pretty much everything off of the wizard spell list. It'd be something like if you wanted to get him something like off of like the cleric spell list.
Actually, that's a good point. I guess he would, since he has like a divine connection now, I feel like he'd at least like be able to learn some holy stuff.
Alright. I'm gonna have you roll an Arcana this time, and this is you doing your own research to see if you can get him anything.
Oh no, I'm so sorry, Basil. I'm so sorry. I knew it.
Carlos.
Oh no! We're going to go higher. We just can't get higher.
Unfortunately, you are not able to find anything in your times of study.
No. We can't get much lower.
Well, next up, guys, shopping. People wanted to buy some stuff.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, shopping spree.
Mm-hmm. So, I was gonna do Austin first, beer. So, we'll do someone else first. Who would like to go?
Oh wait, question. Sorry, how much money did we get from the jewelry we sold back to the Wheat family?
Oh, that's right. So, Austin had better stuff.
Stolen jewelry part 2, and I had stolen jewelry part 1.
Yeah. So let's say you got you would have gotten 200 shiny. He would have gotten 300.
Okay, it's fine. That's fine. And I also traded out my signet ring, just for the ring of
Yes.
protection.
Now you have just a normal ring of protection.
This is fine, honestly.
Who would like to buy some stuff?
I would like to buy some stuff.
Yep. You know your guys are going to be getting a mission on the 1st, because that's what has been told. So this is all like in the couple of days leading up to it. So if you need to order anything custom, it'll be ready in time.
Mm-hmm. So, like the first thing I want to see, like if I can get, or like what the price of it would be, is a amulet of health. I got the
Oh, that's the one that improved your constitution.
because whatever this mission is going to be, I feel like I need to bulk up for it, and I don't have enough protein. So like this is the next best thing.
Yeah, it's a good item. I didn't even think about that on a barbarian. It's like one of those things where it's like it's too bad that you like since you can't plan to get one, you can't build your character around it. Just dumb constitution. You're kind of metagaming, but then the DM can steal the item and then you're stuck. So I'd say it would work.
I'm just thinking about a pretty scrawny barbarian, but then he just like has that to bulk up. Yeah.
Yeah. Funny enough, they have like the same thing for like there's like the belt of giant strength that does the same thing. So just like playing a barbarian that is just all like mental stats, scrawny guy. And you have like your +1 weapon is your third magic item.
Mm-hmm. That would be very good.
Be interesting concept for like if you were doing like a high level game.
Yeah. Now I'm kind of thinking about like an artificer. That since they can like
Oh,
have as
yeah.
many like of those like we can have like up to 5 or 6, right? And if you just like get the like band of the giant strength, you get the amulet of health. Maybe you just like throw in the helm of intellect, so you don't even have to do int, but you just do everything else.
You just don't roll your
Like, you're not
stats.
even smart. You just have stuff.
Yeah. You're like, I point bite everything to 10.
Mm.
All right, so I found some prices. So first, I would like you to do highs or lows.
All right. Can we get much higher?
Hopefully.
So you're able to find a shop in the main area that they don't have one in stock, but they can actually order one for you. They're like, oh well, we've got connections. So normally the price would be about 1,200 shiny.
Okay.
They can get it to you definitely in time for 2,000. But if you wanted to just pay the 1,200, the soonest they'd be able to get it to you is the 10th. So more
Alright,
than likely after the mission.
Okay. That's something to think about. All right. So first off, I'll keep that in mind. I'll set that aside, put that in my pocket, so I can like think about that for a little bit. There's something else that I want to look at.
If you wanted something like a +1 shield or a +1 armor or a +1 weapon, those are all going to be pretty, like, unless you want like some additional magic on them, those you could probably get for around like 600 plus the cost of the base item.
Okay. So how much would it cost to try and get an upgrade with like some of this wild magic stuff that I found? Onto the anchor that I have currently.
Oh, you want to upgrade the anchor?
Yeah, because I like the anchor.
Yeah, all right.
I got myself some magic moss from the Feywild from the Dream World.
Oh yeah, because aren't you were saying before, Tom, that there would be ways to unlock its secret powers? Too, right?
Yes. Give me another highs or lows.
Let's go high still. I'm a high roller.
Okay. So you don't find anything in particular, like somebody who would be like necessarily specific for this, but you do find some stuff that you think you might be able to actually work on. That you've used this anchor for a while. You kind of know, like you've felt it. With your sensing magic, you kind of know how the magic in it works. You think that with like a little bit of supplies costing you around 400, you might be able to supercharge this thing. But again, it's wild magic, so you're not really sure what will happen. But you can get those supplies for 400.
Okay.
And if you did it for 1,000, it would at minimum add another +1 to the attack roll. So instead of it being a +1 weapon, it'd be a +2.
Okay. So, third question, kind of unrelated. Can I wear horseshoes?
Yeah, you could also wear normal shoes.
Okay.
You know, they probably break very frequently, but yeah, you can wear horseshoes.
All right. So I don't necessarily want to buy them now, but I do want to look into horseshoes of speed.
Let's take a look here. So I'm assuming what you want, like you want like, is there an item, horseshoes of speed, that's different from the boosted speed?
Yeah. I'll send you a link real quick. Please.
Oh my
They're
goodness,
really
this is
stupid.
amazing.
They're extremely stupid.
This is great.
Wait, what? What? Please show this off.
Why have I not known about this item? So yeah,
There's also
unfortunately,
which makes you fly.
there's not very many horse style things in Aethervathy. So it would be the same thing. As it would be probably about the same. 1,200. You can put the money down now. They get it to you by the 10th, or you rush the order for 2,000. They say this one isn't as rare, so they can actually say they'll get this one to you for. Give me a second. They need it to you for 110 less. So instead of it being 2,000, it'd be 1,890.
Okay, so I'll keep that in mind. That's also going to be in my back pocket. So like about upgrading the anchor, if I get the 400 shiny materials and supercharge it with the wild magic, right? If I find 600 later on, would that help me get the extra +1, or would I have to spend another 1,000?
To be honest, you wouldn't really know.
Okay,
The roll, unfortunately, for that was a little bit low. So, you would assume that it's a good chance, but it probably would tend to. It probably wouldn't cost you like a full 1,000. But it may not be that you just have to pay the difference. You may have to pay the difference and then a little bit more.
I gotcha. So what I want to do is get that amulet of health on express order. So that's going to be 2,000, right?
Okay.
That leaves me with 530 something shiny. And I would like to use the 400 of that to try and get the materials to buff up my axe with some wild magic. The anchor with some wild magic.
Okay. You do it. You're pretty sure it works. There's no roll for it because you did the roll already. We'll have to see what happens.
I'm out here trying to wild out. Let's go.
It doesn't seem to do anything.
Maybe it just needs some time. Maybe it's a little shy. But yeah, that leaves me with 132 gold. Shiny.
Yep. Who's next?
Me.
What would you
Alright,
like to buy?
I need to actually sell first. I need to make up 144 gold. Wait, also, I guess I could just ask someone to loan me 144 gold.
What are you trying to buy?
I actually have something I want to buy this time around, so...
I want to get my +2 weapon. I just need 144 gold, and I can afford it.
I was hoping to do my modification. Though, do we have anything we could sell?
So, also, what is the V-Bucks? V-Bucks, the V-Coin price.
Oh, well, before I roll, Austin, since you weren't there for the beginning of last game, did you want to trade in all of your all of your Vcoin for the previous price? It was
I only had
1.4.
1.4. At 54 Vcoin now. How much would that
Well,
be?
you got from the reward, you got a bunch of Vcoin.
You got 1,000 gold and 1,000 Vcoin.
So you could swap out that 1,000. You could leave the Vcoin that you have, because that's just what you use for ammo. But then you can just say, oh, instead of the 1,000 Vcoin, just give me 1,400 gold. That would be allowed.
Yeah, 1,400 on top of what I already have. Okay.
Yeah.
So another 1,400 add on to whatever I have for gold.
Yeah, unless you already did it last time.
I'm gonna say I did because I don't care for Vcoin. Because George hates the concept of Vcoin. So I have 20.
Yeah, from the last one, you would have gotten 2,400 gold then.
Yeah, 2,400. Yep. No, George is loaded. What's this, Blair? You need money.
I see 144, Bone Daddy. Woo.
Good.
I would have had enough, but I was paying for my dear son's education.
So you guys want to know what the cost of Vcoin is right now?
Please don't say
What is it? Because wait, I was gonna trade it in, but what was it?
Oh well, you do. I thought you already did.
You already did.
Oh.
You have to. You gotta do it. You either
Okay.
trade it for 1,400, which you probably should have.
Yeah, I'll take the 1,400 now. Like,
Okay. Smart. Vcoin is currently worth 0.1 of a shiny.
Jesus, I'm tempted to buy some more just in case, but hot damn.
You don't know. So, how the roll works, it very easily could end up going lower than even this.
It can go lower?
Yep.
How does it go lower?
Easily. You can go down to 0.
I guess it's worth a dime right now. Regardless, it's fine. I just want to get my weapon. So George, can I please have 100 free? I'll pay you back later.
What do we say?
Please. I already said please in that sentence, but please again.
All right. 100 and what? How many?
44.
Hold on, I need my epicus. Pulls out
Your
calculator. I'm bad at. I need to do some basic math. You see. Okay, so that's
Also, I have a...
44.
Well, I guess I'll ask you
Okay.
once I go to Tito. I'll ask you in a sec once I go to Tito. There's a question.
Okay, I have 2,256 left.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah, alright.
We're up to 5K now. Alright,
George,
so
Mr.
I want to go to
Moneybags.
Mr. Well, question. I have a couple random items I could try to sell.
Mm-hmm.
I have my allegedly regular Triton I stole from that sea elf.
Okay.
How much can I sell this for?
You asked Tito?
An actual weapons person. Unless he wants to buy it from me, I guess. I don't know.
Worth like Tridents aren't worth a lot. Give me a second here. Someone says they'll give you 3 shiny for it.
Jesus Christ. I'd unironically be better just carrying it in case I can use it for something bullshit. That's so horrible. Okay. I do have this giant T-Rex tooth. Can I look for someone who might want to buy this?
Yeah, so in Ormos and in the areas like T-Rexes are like raised for sport. So you'd probably only be able to get a couple of shiny for it here as well. It's like strangely like one of those things, and where it's like I've got this super rare T-Rex tooth, but then it's like, well, yeah, like so does everybody else.
Fine, I'll peddle it in foreign lands instead. Along with my totally legit Leviathan Pearl. Okay, fine. Whatever. I can't sell any of it. So I'll just get a Tito.
So what did you want to talk to Tito about?
Alright, Tito, I've got 5,000 gold to upgrade my spear gun. Also, last episode I handed him my cloaker hooktail, right?
Mhm.
And I also realized something. If the cloaker, like leather, could be used to make a cloak of displacement, right? Could the cloaker hooktail be fashioned into a harpoon that automatically teleports itself back to my gun?
But displacement was mostly.
That does sound
Hi,
pretty
Delos.
cool.
It does sound cool, though.
You can't hit me with it! Okay, it has this time! Hi!
He says, no, that's dumb. That's not how that works.
Damn.
Well, that reminded me though. Once
He
everybody goes
says,
through, can I get around to?
He says, what I've got here is much cooler, and he hands you the harpoon version of it. And he says, so what this does is,
I've never been betrayed by dysfunction one.
so this harpoon, it can be used as a normal harpoon, but if fired at an area instead of a target, upon landing, it will create an illusionary version of whoever fired the gun.
Wait, what?
So basically, you're shooting out a decoy.
Yep.
Interesting. Wait, so I'm confused. So it's not a gun?
No, it's a harpoon.
It's a harpoon.
He gives you a harpoon. It's got the tail basically mounted to it. He shows you that if you put it inside your gun and you fire it off into an area, when it lands, an illusionary doppelganger of whoever fires it pops out. You do it, he does it. And as long as you go and pick it back up, you can use it again. But if you theoretically fire it off into an area and leave it, then you would lose it.
Oh. So, okay. Interesting. The illusion is just an illusion, right? It's not tangible at all.
Yeah, anybody who touches it would immediately know that it's an illusion, but it's pretty convincing. That's not there. Now, obviously, if you were to when you fire it, you can't actually really see the harpoon bolt itself, so it kind of looks like whoever was there just teleported in. It doesn't make any sound, but you can it does mirror you, so you can make it look like it's waving. It's just you also have to do any of the actions.
Cast it with minor illusion. You got a full regular illusion spell right there that you don't have to concentrate on both.
That's what I was thinking. So I could make a version of me.
Stealth.
What?
It's useful for stealth missions, or if we really don't want to fight a thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
Another thing that he says is that if you have somebody who's invisible and they you have to fire it for the magic to activate, but once it's out, it lasts for 1 minute. So if you pick up the the bolt and move around with it, it will also move the illusion around. It'll always stay within the 5 feet square of the bolt.
Interesting. So, okay. In that case, but I have to always retrieve it, is the thing.
Yes.
Okay.
But it's of such sturdy quality, unless you're like someone tries to break it or you like try to use it to like prop up something that you shouldn't. It shouldn't break just from being fired, and that, you know, like if it does receive any damages from being fired, they're minor and can be maintained as you would your gun. So you wouldn't need to worry about it breaking like that.
I feel like this would actually be super OP if I casted Fog Cloud with it.
If you casted what?
Fog Cloud with it.
Sure.
Because then they'll just be like, oh no, they just left the fog cube like 20 feet away. I'll go fight them, and they hit nothing, and I shoot them from the fog cloud.
Yep, that is true.
Okay, wait, I'm starting to see the application. I just need to not fire this in a situation where I can't retrieve it.
Yes.
What is this item called?
We're gonna call it the Displacer Harpoon.
Wait, I have a better name. The Encore Harpoon.
Tito says you can call it whatever you want.
I'm calling it the Encore Harpoon because it makes an encore of me by having a second me.
He says, I don't get it.
Trust me, I'm sure my party will love having two Blairs.
Yeah.
Silence falls.
And this one he was like, oh yeah, I was pretty much able to do it at no cost. He doesn't charge you anything for it.
Nice. Alright, Tito, the moment you've all been waiting for. Here's 5,000 gold. Upgrade my gun.
He takes the money.
And then he runs away, never to be seen again.
No. It returns. The gun itself has not changed dramatically in terms of its appearance. But it definitely has been upgraded.
Before, is it okay? I also asked him about this the last time. Was he able to include V-coin functionality?
So you did ask him, and he did do it. He said, "I don't know about it," but he says, so he gives you a couple of harpoons. That he's like, all right. So these unfortunately don't work underwater, because in order for us to be able to fire those little things off, at the end of this harpoon is a small little grenade that fires out the V-coins. So you fire the gun, and I don't know, man, something might happen. I don't know why you guys are so focused on these V-coin things. I kind of put him in as a joke originally.
So the V-coins don't work underwater, but the spear shots do?
Well, everything else works underneath it. They'll still function as normal harpoons, but you won't be able to do the scatter of the coins all around. The big thing is that in order to use one of these, it requires 10 V-coin.
It requires 10 V-coin?
Yeah, because it's like a little grenade.
Okay. And that, I have no money! No! Okay, I need to ask. Alright, after this, I'm asking for another small loan so I can just buy a shit ton of V-coin. Just as ammo.
No, we're done with V-coin.
No, it's for practical use. I'm not trading it anymore. I'm just using it for ammo.
Well, look. No.
I'll let you move up
I'm not
the
giving.
pile for ammo too.
I have my own money I want to spend. Thank you. I have my own request for Tito.
Speaking of which, he pulls out a pistol with a rapier coming out of it.
I thought he did that to my gun.
Yes, he did. He fulfilled your order that you had given to him.
Oh no, it's a pistol rapier now.
Yeah, it's basically that picture that you posted.
Okay, so I'm guessing it counts as like a +1 rapier. I'm guessing, but
Hey, real quick, because I thought one of those very good rare insults. I didn't want to lose it. Steven, when you get upset excited, you sound like a screaming anime character, but not like an anime character, like the American interpretation of an anime character getting upset.
I don't get it.
You sound like some Kappa Mikey bullshit when you get angry at D&D bullshit.
You can't just hit me with Kappa Mikey like that.
Yeah.
This is insane.
we're bringing it back.
You're the
We're
Kappa
bringing it
Mikey
back.
of people.
We're bringing it back.
Okay.
Dear Mizuki, I'm sorry I broke your heart. Also, I'm sorry I broke your microwave. I put tinfoil in to see if it would shoot lightning at people. I don't know why I included that in this letter, but it's too late now. Sincerely, Mikey.
Good.
So Austin, to your question, yes, it is basically the same gun that you had before. Only
Sure.
now it also acts as a +1 rapier.
Yeah.
And after training around with it a little bit during your downtime, you can use it, like if you use your action to like fire the gun or attempt to stab somebody, you can use your bonus action to use the other version of it as if you were multi-weapon fighting.
Okay, cool.
Where's your gun blade now?
But in order for you to do that, you have to have your other hand free.
Okay.
Oh, so you like swap hands, you like toss it into the other
Yeah.
hand and fire. Toss
No,
it
it's
in
more
Okay,
more
yeah, I have
for
to pull
balance.
the trigger. Yeah, I have to pull the trigger.
Oh,
Okay.
fair.
It's kind of like if you're like stabbing somebody with something and then you have to load the gun. You know, it doesn't need to be flavored the same way every time. Just if you're doing the whole thing, you know, that's up to you.
Is it called the Pistol Pierre?
I
'Cause
don't get it.
It's a pistol and a rapier, but you call it the Pistol Pierre because then it's a name.
Oh.
Alright.
Wow, none of them are.
So Tito comes out and he's like, this is Sword Sally.
Sword Sally.
Blair pouts, thinking her name was truly superior.
Is his name
But
really
obviously,
Sword
Austin,
Sally?
you can name the gun whatever you want.
I called it.
looks like Tito.
I'm leaving the coin's name in it. The coin's 1873.
Yeah.
Single action gun.
What do you mean? It's a double action gun.
It's a single action gun blade. The one action is to blade, the other is to shoot.
Yeah, so that's double action.
Can I still do like the big burst damage if I do?
Yes. Nothing else about it has changed.
Okay.
So for this particular upgrade, it's only going to cost you 1,000. But if you wanted to upgrade it to a +2, then it would be the 5,000 again.
Also, since I'm upgrading
I'm gonna need, guys. Should I focus on armor or should I upgrade?
always weapons. Armor is real in D&D.
If you're talking about armor, do you want this cloak, this displacer beast hide? I feel like you're the one who could use it the best.
Wait, you don't want to be a teleporting horse?
It doesn't teleport you, just kind of like makes something look like you 5 feet away from you, right?
I'm going to save the +2. I'm going to save the +2 modifier for later.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so I can get something out of the cloak.
All right, so you just pay the 1,000 for the immediate upgrade.
Yeah. I don't want to make it too hard.
Because this is like an upgrade that you're doing into it. If you wanted to upgrade it to, you don't have to pay another 5,000. It's just 4,000.
Yeah, no, I'll upgrade it. I'll upgrade it later because I don't know how much the cloak shit will cost. The Slicer cloak.
Since I did the +2 upgrade, like, does it go from a 2d8 to a 2d10 now?
No, but there's like the +1 magic bonus. The +1 magic bonus goes to a +2.
Oh, so
and
not
that's both attack and damage.
Oh, both on the attack and the magic bonus go to 2.
So you get an extra +2 to hit and an extra, or you already had a +1, so it's an extra +1 to hit and an extra +1 to the damage.
Except my +1
an extra
now.
+1 to damage? What do you mean? So it's 3d8?
No, so like it's so you have like a 2d8 +1 right now, right?
It's 2d8.
That would be
no
2d8 plus your bonus +1. Now it would be 2d8 plus your bonus +2.
Oh, I never had 1 on there. Oops. Well, now it's 2.
You might honestly not have actually had it magic original anyway.
Who's modifying my sheet? Who's modifying my sheet?
Not me. I'm not modifying your sheet. You're good. This is my sheet. Anyways,
I don't have your sheet up.
Hold on.
Okay, because someone's editing it, and
I don't think I'm touching your sheet.
I'm on Blair Audina. I'm not on you.
I'm opening up your sheet now to take.
I'm not touching it. So
okay, I could have sworn someone was touching it.
Wait, so what is the spear gun called now?
What do you want to call it?
What is Tito's internal name called? What's his under the hood name? I need an idea.
The funny thing is that like Tito doesn't really seem to care very much about the spear gun because it doesn't explode.
Well, now it can explode with the V.
Well, yeah, but that's you get the feeling that there was probably a better way that he could have done that. But he was just like, nothing on this explodes, so he added it in. So he hasn't actually really given it a name. This is up to you.
God damn it. I just thought this isn't the name, but I just thought the sperm sniper. But I don't want to upset Bowie, so I'm not. And also, that name is terrible.
Yeah, no, don't.
Austin, with the fact that you have the cloak, you could get it. It'd be ready in time for the mission for 1,200, or it would just be 1,000 if you wanted it ready by the 10th.
1,200 for the cloak.
Yeah, that's if you wanted it to be ready right now. Or you could just do a flat 1,000 and it will be ready for you on the 10th.
You know, I'm going to do I'm gonna save it for the 10th because then I'd be out of money. Like,
okay, so you pay it. Put a note down on there that when you reach the 10th, you get it because I'll do my best to remember, but I am by far definitely fallible, and I want to make sure that you get it.
All right.
And so who's up next?
It would be me.
Nice. I saw you posted a thing that you were interested in?
Yes. I like. Do you have? I've heard of this thing. Using a I think Kalamazoo had one, and I'm like, why do you have that? Do you seem like not a very violent guy? And he's like, oh, it's more for other stuff. And he told me what the other stuff was, and it was pretty good. Anyway, do you have this? Or know where I can get this?
Let's take a look here. Highs or lows?
I'm gonna go high.
So yeah, they say that they can do it. They don't carry them in the store. You're not able to find one, but they can order one for you. The price depends on how strong you want it.
Yeah, just the +1 version of it. Because I really just want... I want it for, obviously the spellcasting stuff that's good with it. But more importantly, its secondary effect.
The D4 of hit points restored.
Yeah, so the item is the Moonsicle. It grants casters a +1 to their spellcasting DCs and their spell attack. Not only that, every time you cast a healing spell for every... let me double check. Is it for every die that's attached to the heal? Or is it...
No. It's just one additional D4.
Yeah. So... one of the things that it can kind of do, because Goodberry is its own separate heal.
Yep. No. I'm reading this, and whatever interpretation you were looking at is probably correct.
Yeah, where I can make Goodberry from just, it's like 10 HP, but you can use it whenever. It's just 1 HP of health, man. This is... I can turn Goodberry, a level 1 healing spell, into 4d10 of health.
4d10 plus 1.
Yeah, 4d10.
Or plus 10.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's right.
Mhm.
So that's a...
So the really good thing about this is that it doubles, at minimum, the effect of Goodberry.
Yes.
So Connar, we need to decide. I'm sure there's like an official way to do it, but I'm gonna let us pick. Do you roll the D4 when you cast the spell, and it's the same for every Goodberry, or do you roll it when the Goodberry is eaten?
No matter what, it's a basic ass 2.
Yes, but let's were to say you caused up the spell and you rolled and you got a 4. Well, now you know that you've got berries that heal 5 points each. But let's were to say it was the other way, into where it's like you're giving it to somebody. They're at minimum going to get 2, but you don't know how much more. And, maybe it'll only be 2. You won't know.
I will say the first option.
So you roll once when you cast the spell.
Correct.
Okay. That's good. Because if you roll a 1, so it's like, now they're all 1s.
It's still, 20 health if I eat 10 good.
No, it's definitely not bad. No, this is a very interesting little find that you've done, and the best part about it is that it's kind of cheap. It's For 1,000, they can have it ready for you right now. For 750, they could have it ordered for you by the 10th.
I do not have nearly that amount of money. So
Yes, you do.
Oh wait.
Where'd your money go?
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot to put the bonus.
I'm like, yes, you do.
I'm like, oh yeah. I spend 1,000. That's what I earned from last time, right? I'm trying to remember.
Earned 2,400 if you didn't.
Yeah,
if
you have
sold your thing right away.
1,400 left from the previous mission.
1,400. Okay. Shit. So. Yeah, I'll spend 1,000.
Well, yeah, no. So you have the 1,400 after you spend 1,000. So if you wanted to buy something else, you could. You want to dual wield them?
God.
It doesn't change anything.
Yeah,
but
no.
It probably look pretty cool. Actually, hold up a second. Give me a quick second. I've got an idea. Let's take a look here. See if I can find a. I gotta feel like dual wielding sickles is pretty cool, you know?
Yeah, but I don't think it's gonna do anything other than if I try to attack with them. Which...
Yeah, that's fine. Because
Why would I
here's
do that?
the funny thing, is that the moon sickle, it may not be your attacking sickle. That may be your spellcasting one. Whereas if you had another sickle, that could be your attacking one.
Nah.
But I don't think I'm gonna have enough time to find anything right now, so
Yeah. The other
it's
one
a fun
was
idea.
I wanted to turn my hoodie into a cloak of protection.
Good old cloak of protection.
Yeah.
Big fan.
Standard. I mean, you don't go home without it.
Just like Batman with his Bat credit card.
It's a little bit more, but not by much. It would be 1,200 to get it right away, or 900 to get it by the 10th.
I'm gonna splurge.
Sounds good.
All right.
Last chance to buy anything.
Oh wait,
should
yeah.
we get a?
Actually,
should I get a spare potion?
There is something I want to buy.
Potions?
Woo!
I still have a
We
potion
already
of
have
health on
3.
me.
We never really need them last time, but
Yeah, I still have one on me.
I still have
Can I
some...
sell this potion of climbing? Because I don't
I
need this
still have my
anymore.
mystery potion, but I'm not going to use it yet until the need be dire.
Right.
Mm.
My question to Cinna.
Mm-hmm.
So Cinna,
Someone will buy it for 50.
Okay, does anybody want a potion of climbing before I sell this?
Yes. So I can sell it for 50 gold, so I can buy the...
No.
Damn it. Okay, so that's what I was coming to ask you about. So currently V-Coin is in the dumpster, and I just want it for ammo. My trading days are over.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I do think that it would be good to invest in some ammunition. So
Yes, I will pay you back.
how much is it right now? It's like 0.1.
It's 0.1.
Yeah,
so
you
1 is 10.
It's pretty low.
So
I'll
I
give
could
you
buy
20 gold.
20 gold.
Yeah. At least for right now, that should be like
what?
good to go.
Wait, so each one is 10. So
Yeah,
10.
so it's gonna be like
Oh, is that
200.
It'd be 20 shots.
Yeah, so I get 20 shots. Ah, okay. So that would be, yes, I have 330 V point now. Thank you. Thank you, Cinna.
Yeah, no problem.
This will help tremendously. I now have 33 wild magic shots. I will use them all for untold destruction.
Can I go smack at Tito's little target post? I want to see if
you were
it does
about to
anything.
say ass.
Yeah, I mean that's what I do on my off time, but
Damn.
Damn, is there
It doesn't seem to do anything different.
what if I use the throw?
Yep, same. Nothing
Okay.
different.
Could I
We'll see. Maybe I gotta get angry.
could I attempt to shoot it with a grenade to see what happens?
Yeah, when you fire it, it explodes everywhere, and the coins like wedge into the target.
Wait,
Tito looking.
Tito's totally looking.
Yeah.
God damn it. Motherfucker has a fucking periscope coming from his workshop. Why did he make his gun sentient? And camera shy in
Or
front of his dad?
self-conscious. More like self-conscious.
Jesus Christ. 10 V coin down the drain.
Performance
Can I
anxiety.
have $1 to replenish that shot that she got wasted by Tito's horrible gaze?
Nope.
Damn it.
It's good, David. Tom, fucking goblin.
All right.
Oh, Lunu, do you want to cast like identify on this?
Yep. Lunu gives it a look.
I did something to it. I don't know what I did.
Mm-hmm. So once you cast identify, it's got all of the same stuff that it had before, but it looks like if somebody was channeling wild magic while using this, strange things might happen.
Okay.
Wait, I'm sorry, what did you say?
Someone's channeling wild magic while using this. Strange things may happen.
Wait, and what was the item again? Sorry, that's what I meant to ask.
It's the anchor in hand.
Okay, someone say something to get me mad.
Hey Cinna, can I have $15 more to buy Bitcoin with?
Six. What does that one do?
All right, what happens?
Okay, I gotta look. Hold on.
I always like George more.
I'm doubly angry.
You ate too much lettuce. It's gone to your
Okay,
hips.
I think this one is the healing one. Hold on.
Multi-classing into ranger was a mistake.
I like trees though.
I like trees when you want to multi-class into druid.
Oh, they're like kind of squishy.
I mean, are rangers not squishy?
They're about as squishy as a fighter.
I don't know if it's true.
Yeah, they do have a better hit die.
Oh yeah. So this gives me a +1 to AC and a +1 to everyone around me.
That's really useful.
Yeah.
Too bad you didn't roll as an actual combat.
Yeah. Shame.
Speaking of actual combat, what do you do?
I'm gonna like yeet it at the target.
Is the target
Who's
me?
the target?
The target is the Tito's little target. I'm gonna make sure that Tito's closes in his eyes. I'm gonna shout at him.
Wait, you
Okay.
can't hit me with it.
You wanna get hit?
I just want to see what happens. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
Roll the attack.
Okay, let's see. I don't want to like great anchor it. That's the only one I have. Like,
Come on, great anchor me, you coward!
okay, fine.
Oh wait, that's a. Oh no. Blair has PTSD flashbacks about when she almost got one shot by this exact same anchor and its bubble powers. As she is smashed into a crater.
Hold on, she might be dead. Lunu, check a pulse.
My head is just like smashed into the dirt. It's like road
Like an ostrich? Like a
Yeah. So you attack her with the anchor. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. You take it, you kind of go down. You're like, oh my gosh, and it seems as if magic around the anchor pulls some energy from her into you. It doesn't really do anything, but you feel like if you were damaged, it might have healed you a little bit.
All right. I feel a little perky. Yeah.
I feel terrible. I also can't breathe.
What?
That was great.
How much health do you have?
I have I think I didn't add any new health onto me because I guarantee you 44 health is too low for this level. That being said, I have
Maybe not.
I don't think I gave myself health for the last like level or two.
Metal.
Oh no, you're like warlock, right? Warlock and cleric.
No, warlock and sorcerer.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, that
sorcerer's
explains it.
squishier. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just half your health.
But I think I should have gotten HP. I don't think I actually gave myself a new. How much HP do I give myself per level up? I definitely didn't give it for level 7.
For
what class did you take? Did you take a warlock or
Oh, that's also a good question. I'm pretty sure I took a sorcerer level.
Then that's like +4.
Yeah, plus your cons, +6.
Okay, so I'm actually at 50. So I'm at 29 health. Okay, that's significantly less cursed. But yeah, that fucking hurt a lot.
I'll cure wounds you for posterity.
I say coughing up dirt as I'm still have my head underground.
I don't know how to do it. It's like 1d8.
I don't know how to do this.
Oh yeah, it
I
didn't
saw
roll.
this in a book once. I saw this in a movie.
You just shoot Blair's foot with.
There's a modifier on it. You guys are gonna get a long rest, so the actual amount doesn't matter.
It's the thought that counts.
Yes, it's the thought that counts. But it is definitely not gonna be enough. So it's like you heal and be like, all right, you're good. They're like still bleeding.
Look, Cinna wants to take good care of her target dummies, okay?
But yeah, so is there any stuff you want to do before I give you the start of the mission? Obviously we're not going to do the mission tonight, but I would like to.
So I do have the amulet of health, right? I paid to get it, like.
Yeah, everything that you paid for to get, because this is all happening in the days leading up to the first, and all of this stuff has technically been outside of stuff going over background shopping, that kind of stuff. Whereas now we're actually starting this session of you guys waking up on the first. Assuming you've done everything ready, because you would know that you were going to be getting something on the first, so you'd be ready for it.
As a last,
I got myself 14 extra hit points.
As a last second thing before I go to bed on the 31st, can I try to get some pity donation money by doing some street performance?
I'm just gonna say no because I also told Austin that we weren't going to be doing anything to try and raise money this time.
That's fine.
So we did that the first one was in order to get you a little bit more spending change, but now we're We're off to bigger and better things.
That's fine. I was gonna use it for V point anyways. I don't have a problem, I swear.
So yeah, so
Later,
you
with
guys,
all these monkeys.
you guys wake up on the first. I think the only thing that you guys ordered normally was the displacer cloak. So that's the only one that you guys don't have. Everything else, you guys were willing to spend the extra money. And now here we are. We're on the big day. You guys wake up, and you have been told to go inside the meeting, and Count Styx is going to meet with you, who you've not really talked to since the first day. So you all go in into his little meeting room, the same area that you were when you first showed up.
Wait, is this the count from?
hmm?
Is this the count from Ormos? I'm sorry.
Yes, it is.
The original guy.
He is a Triceratops man.
Oh, he's the guy we could have murdered too, right? If we took the assassin mission.
Maybe? I
Yeah,
don't remember if there was an assassin mission for him.
There was. That was the whole thing, is that we could have turned right back around and killed the guy who just paid us for a job well done.
I think I do remember saying that. Man, that would have been fun. It's too bad you guys didn't do that. Anyway.
Never say never.
Was it him or was it like the dude where we got Basil?
No.
Yeah,
no.
that's what I thought it was. There definitely was murdering him. He was definitely on there. That guy was pig based. He was very sweaty. He didn't like being here.
There were two separate counts? Oops. I missed that one up.
No, so that one was a baron.
Oh. Okay.
So generally speaking, like the wheat family are barons, so they're lower level than a count. Now, the very, very brief political makeup is you've got like your lay people, you've got barons, then above them are counts, and then above them are dukes, and then there's the king. This is not necessarily true everywhere in Aethervathy, but generally speaking, that's true.
Okay.
There are a couple of exceptions.
Was Count Strix the guy who gave us the quest to kill Basil, technically, but he doesn't know that Basil was the creature terrorizing them?
No, that was the Baron.
Was
it? Yes.
Goblin quest.
Oh, you want to know? Yeah, you're right. It was a mayor. It was a lay person. It wasn't one of the nobles. That was right. It was the town. I was getting those mixed up. We did them at the same time.
Yes, we did. But yes, that makes sense. Yeah, because it was the town. The first town we went to was the one that had the quest to kill Basil. Yeah. Whereas the second one was to beat the proto-goblins and recover the farm.
But believe it or not, so I actually switched back and forth about which one was going to give you which mission a couple of times.
Oh, okay.
When trying to plan it out, I couldn't, and then that's why I was confused. But anyway, you now are in front of Strix. He has been very hands off. He's technically the one who pays for a lot of your meals, who pays to upkeep the house. Generally, you guys are pretty well taken care of while in the town. So generally, if you've needed something and you've asked of him for like the normal stuff to keep up your expenses, it's been provided. And he really hasn't asked anything of you guys. And you haven't really gotten direct with him, so he's kind of a mystery. But he's sitting in front of you today, and he says, so the council has sent me the details of your mission. Are you all ready to hear it?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Because I see you're all filled with enthusiasm.
Woo!
And he pulls out a binder. It looks like it's labeled "Top Secret" on it, and he puts it down on the table in front of you, and he says the Count has decided to give Bubbles, and by extension you, a mission to retrieve some stolen property, and arrest or remove cultists that belong to a cult that is engaged in many crimes. And he says there's details in the folder. Oh, I should switch this. We've been on the same one the entire time. Let's switch back. Where's you guys at home? There we go.
Perfect. Also, a dark look appears on Blair's face.
Yeah. So you have through possible divinity have been waiting for this day to come. And so he says, we received this dossier, and we here in Ormos were aware of this, and so we actually have a little bit of details we can provide you as well. Pulls out another binder, puts it on the table. He says, for the most part, the organization has mostly just been kind of doing petty theft and crimes here in Ormos. It just seems like they're trying to fund whatever rituals they're doing. Generally speaking, Ormos is one of the more free places to practice your religion in Aether Vathi without people worrying about it. Just simply because we've got a lot of people from all over the world that have moved here recently. So just by necessity, it's a lot more relaxed. So he says, we don't really consider this at this point a religious organization. We consider it a criminal one, because even though it has a religious function, it seems like its primary activity is crime. We don't really know very much about them, like in terms of their beliefs. They don't really share it, and now we haven't been able to do it, and so we've been keeping an eye on a couple of them that are actually based here in Ormos. So the details of what was stolen was a machine that pulls oxygen out of the water. We've got a couple of these, in some of the more remote places of different counties, into where it's hard to get air. Here in Ormos, we don't have that problem. We actually don't get really any air from the giant octopus. But many of the other counties, in some cases, it's almost entirely what's pumped in through the tentacles. And in some cases, it's hard to get there, or the air is just not circulated enough. And so, in order to maintain growth, we've built a couple of machines that do this, and they want you to locate their base, which we're assuming they stole this in order to have a base with oxygen. So we need you to go seize control of the base, so that way the military can come and pick up the machine, because it's quite large. It's like almost the size of a small building.
Is it a mecha?
He asks what that is.
Is it a pilotable machine?
He says, no, it takes oxygen out of the water.
Well, it can still be pilotable.
He says fair, but no, it's not. It's stationary. In fact, it's actually very difficult to move. More than likely, it's not like you're going to be able to sneak into this place and steal it back. You're going to need to like take control of wherever they have it until someone can come and pick it up.
So, question: why did this machine exist in the first place?
Because I just said that. It's so that way towns that are far away can have oxygen even in times when the you know, because a lot of those you've been to
Right. No, I
Nevermind, where each individual, like, there's multiple different glass bubbles. Some of them are connected, some of them are not, and the tentacle will move from locations. It's generally going to be in the capital, but there's times where it will go around and it will refresh the air in other places. And in order to make it be so that way it can show up maybe less times, or sometimes not at all, these machines were constructed. They're mostly magic. They run off magic. So, you know, they don't really need like a huge power source as long as you've got some mages and that kind of stuff to work it.
Question: do we know why they stole it?
Yeah, so we're pretty sure that it looks like they have a base. We don't know exactly where it is. It's somewhere on the seafloor, and that more than likely that this was installed in their facility there. So that way, those of them that can't breathe underwater can still live in the base.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, couldn't I just cast underwater breathing on everyone and then just turn off the machine and kill all of them?
Well, I mean, the ones that breathe air, you know, most of them probably don't. And then there's also like some things that you don't want to be underwater, like being at that pressure, at that depth, having it be outwards and around, you know, like the ocean will wear things down between the currents, that kind of stuff. If you're storing stuff, it's a lot better to have it in air.
Oh, that makes sense.
Depending on what it is, you know, if you don't want wood to rot, keeping it at the bottom of the ocean actually makes more sense. But if you've got like glass, you kind of don't want it in the water for long periods of time because it'll get worn down by the action of the ocean.
Right. Okay.
But yeah, you could theoretically flood the place if you thought it would give you an advantage. But, you know, that depends on how they designed the place in a way that it could flood. And the machine would produce enough air that even if you were to turn it off, you'd probably have to hold the room for a while before, like, the air that was already circulating in the caves ran out.
That's true.
Or just a simple go in, go out mission.
Mm-hmm. Well, first you have to find out where it is. But like I said, we've been following some of their movements, and we think we know where two of them are.
What is this cult? What do they worship? Allegedly.
Yeah. Oh, give me 1 second. I just realized I didn't have my note for that. Give me 1 second.
You're good. What is this picture, Connor?
Oh, I was looking up more blue whale size. I was looking at when I was trying to show you how big blue whales were, and this was in the fucking. I'll show the chat in just a second. But this thing, this picture was the video thumbnail. Talking about blue whales. And I just thought it's very much has the energy of scientific images that look like shit posts.
Right.
Yes. Come on, I only eat plankton. Are you sure, Mr. Blue Whale? Oh, totally.
No.
Oh, look, it's a sea monster and not my dick.
God damn it. I didn't know they had tentacles.
They do that. They do that.
I know.
It's
All
weird.
right. So he says the name is quite long. They call themselves.
Wait. More like quite wrong. Anyways, continue.
They call themselves the Roaring Ocean Cult of the Kraken. Enormok Tut.
Enormous tits?
No, ENORMOCK space TUT.
Enormous Tucker
Enormous
Carlson
Tuck.
got it.
Enormous
A
what?
large Tucker Carlson.
And
Also, I'm gonna
We,
even larger Tuck.
we don't really know exactly in terms of besides their name exactly what this is. We honestly can't find any information about it, so we think that it might just be some guy making it up. As far as we know, there's no Kraken by that name. But they definitely seem to be the one thing that we know is that they say that Aethervathy is actually a giant squid, not an octopus. Which is almost universally agreed on that it's an octopus. So, considering we can see it. But, either they think that, or they may think that it was this Kraken that killed the giant octopus of Aethervathy. So, we're not really 100% sure exactly what we believe, but based off of statements we've heard from them, it's one of those two, or maybe it's completely different.
It's not to think about it.
if only I could ask my patron about this. He would be able to answer this. This all sounds like blasphemy to me, though. And they all deserve to perish horrible deaths to the cold bottom of the sea.
Yep.
This sounds very hypocritical.
It's not. I'm completely justified because I know I'm right. I mean, who gets to speak with God on a regular basis, right, Basil?
What?
My
Game Boy.
Basil's like, I mean, I haven't seen him yet.
That's because there are many gods, Basil. There's so many gods, it's not even really a special thing.
What do you mean?
He says, oh, well, in that case, I don't want to be one.
Yeah, no, wasn't there a guy named Penis?
Yeah, there's that one season, from what I heard, he is in the north.
Did he die or something? I heard did he die?
I think he did. I don't know.
I've seen one other god in my travels. It was this beautiful, like flaming bird. I also saw it. It's kind of apparently it's a nomadic one. It travels
That
around
sounds
with
fake.
what?
It sounds fake.
No, it's definitely real.
How do you know it was a god and not like a giant phoenix?
Oh well, I mean, they had a bunch of people following around like they were worshiping it. Maybe it was. I don't know. Maybe they just really like this bird.
Basil says maybe they wanted to eat it.
Yeah, this is true.
Wait, what did he say?
Maybe they just wanted to eat it.
Blair ponders this intently. Actually, maybe you're right. They could have been trying to eat it. Hot wings does sound really good right now. Crap.
We should
You're
probably
making
eat
me
before
hungry.
we leave. Yeah, no, we should probably eat before we go.
Stick says, well, you're actually in luck, because the bar that we know that they hang out with serves food. And I think we may have gotten a way for you to get in.
Nice.
And he brings out a person, and he's like, so tonight they're doing their drag night.
Oh no.
This person walks into the room and says,
yeah.
"Hello, everybody. My name's Trinity. Are you ready to help me take down a cult?"
Hell yeah!
And with that, I think that's a good place for us to break for the evening.
All right.
Wait, that means Blair has to become a tomboy. I'm very okay with this.
Drag king is the proper term.
Drag king.
Is that really the term?
Yes.
I mean, I believe it.
I've watched too many LGBT drag shows to not know this.
You gotta
Wait.
be in on the culture, bro.
Yeah.
Wait, if Luna is asexual, does that mean he has to dress incredibly sexually to be drag?
No.
Well,
I don't think
that
those things
doesn't
apply
affect-
to each other.
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
slightest.
they're not exactly opposites.
Yeah.
I know, I'm joking.
Blair doesn't understand.
Luna.
Blair does not know God's gender and many other things that begin with the letter G. Don't get me
What?
started on gardening. Blair's got a black thumb.
Garfield.
I probably do have a black thumb.
Yeah,
So are we getting
Blair-
suited up again?
The only plant I can grow is basil.
Look, all I know is that
Oh,
George
no.
will look
He
amazing.
thinks basil's a plant.
Oh, he's done for.
Isn't this?
That's why she keeps putting water on him. We all thought it was like for bathing and cleanliness. It was because she thought he was thirsty.
Look, you have to water your dragon. You have to feed and water your dragon every day. It's very important.
Anyway, that's unrelated. That's all I got today. I wanted to kind of get through all of like the shopping and setting up this time, so that way we could really kind of delve into it for the next session. So cutting it off a little bit earlier than we usually do. Although we're pretty much at that time.
No, we're at the time.
So what did you guys going through your heads here? Are we ready to ready for the next big adventure?
Yes, I'm ready to finally have everyone in this country know how right I am. That's what I'm looking forward to doing. Do you know what I feel like in like most of these situations whenever my religion comes up? I just feel like Aqua from Konosuba.
Yeah.
No.
No. I was definitely getting
I
that
get the
vibe.
Literally, I need to somehow break the cycle by saving the world enough times that people have to listen to me. Or I just sell it as a completely environmental mission without ever bringing up the religious undertones at all.
I mean, this
And then I just fire
Yep,
people.
and both of those decisions will have far-reaching consequences, so make sure you ponder them.
Oh no.
I guess we'll
It's
do
like
our
going into Easter-
sign-offs for today.
Yeah, this is like going in on Easter Mass and saying, God's not real, you're a bunch of losers. Losers. And everyone's like, God, you're making church on fucking Easter Sunday way longer than it has to be, bro. Please sit down.
I thought you were going to say, man, dude, you're making way too much sense on Easter Sunday.
Anyway, my
Not
name
a
is
barber's
Boosh
appointment after
Connor
this.
/ your friend, confidant. Maybe not lover, but you know, we'll talk. You can find me, Boosh. I can join artists on Twitter, Instagram. You know, follow. You know, subscribe to us on YouTube. I have a link tree down below. Join the Discord. Be our friend. Hang out with us. Chill, relax. Hold our hands. We'll get you through this. We promise. Austin.
Hey, this is you can find me at octo_os, where I will do things. Yep, Limblam to servers.
You know, it seems today that all you see is violence in movies and sex on TV. But my name is Tasura, and you can find me in places. I'm somewhere. I'm nowhere. I'm in the back rooms. I'm in the Dungeon of Fear and Hunger. But yeah, whatever.
You can find them in the place where you used to rely. Anyway, speaking of Family Guy, here's Steven.
Alright.
This reminds me when Steven.
Okay, so Basil was an average Drake that no one understands. Blair and George and Lunu always giving him commands. Anyways, hi. I was Blair Audina. They're being broke every episode.
Broken money, broken spirit.
Every
morals.
context. I am the brokest motherfucker amongst us.
Among Us.
Among Us. But anyways, yes, you can find me, Blair Audina, at many places, including Venty179 on most social medias and on Discord. You'll also find, including YouTube and Twitch. Oh, hoorah! Draft League. I won my quarterfinal match. I'm now moving on to semifinals in my incredibly long draft league for this very long season for Pokemon. I'm very close. If I win 2 more matches, I've won the whole tournament. Next match is gonna be an absolute banger against one of my very good friends who is probably gonna kick my ass. But yes. Besides that, you can also find me at Steventy9 on Twitter. And besides that, I wish that Highs had not betrayed me at every turn this day. I could have gotten so many cool things, and alas, nothing. Anyways, Tom.
Hey guys, I have some bad news.
Oh no.
My pitch today, my plug, it's gonna be topical.
Oh,
I know. It's not usual, but today I'm pitching the Zoo Books Wales edition.
You get a free whale poster?
Huh?
You get a free whale poster?
No, there was only the free tiger poster if you bought on the special deal.
Right.
I'm pretty sure that tiger poster, I've got it somewhere. I got to imagine that I don't. Like, it definitely should have been destroyed by now. But if I open up a box and it, like, fell out, I'd be like, ah, yes, this makes sense. Because I did have it at one point, the tiger poster. But today we're not talking about the tiger poster. Today is specifically the Zoo Books Wales edition. You can go to page 14 to find out how smart they are. And then you can go to page 10 for a battle in the depths. Whales,
Why
guys.
go into the ocean by yourself in a Titanic ship when you can read about whales?
You're gonna age this episode like milk.
Well, it's okay. We just have to, from now on, talk about it in every single session. And then edit in to the previous sessions as also talking about it. And then no one will know.
Blair, did you forget the game controller?
Oh no! I only brought my Wii remote.
Much like
I forgot to charge my
Do
Logitech.
you guys want to know an interesting piece of information?
Sure.
What?
Like 3 or 4 days before that submarine went went missing, I was in a submarine.
What?
Yeah, I
For
was in a
real?
submarine.
Was it
And
made of carbon fiber?
I have no idea what it was made of. I didn't ask.
Did they have a Logitech controller?
No, they had a normal controller. I think. I honestly didn't check. But yeah, I was in while I was on my vacation, I went in a normal submarine. And then a couple of days later, I get a ping on my phone about a submarine going missing. And I'm like, oh my gosh, was this the same submarine that I was in? And very luckily, no, it was not. The one that I went in was well regulated and safe, and not going down to dangerous depths.
Hey, much like a submersible, let's blow this joint. Good night, everybody.
Oh god.
Good night.